These are as many people and as many cars as we've seen in the last couple of hours driving to the park. We're in Death Valley. And I'm looking at the mountains surrounding us. Quite a view, really. And as it turns out, where we're staying is at a resort called the Oasis, and we are at the inn at the Oasis. That's the pool down from the balcony level that we're at. And I'll just kind of do a turn here. So this resort has been in this area for almost 100 years now. Pretty cool. Well, it's windy here, but it's not as windy as it is.
That's true. What's the dates?
Huh? Yeah. That's true. These actual date trees. Date palms.
Yeah, I think up here you can see a bunch of them.
This might be the only time we've ever had to access parking through a tunnel. So Badwater Basin, I guess what we see out there is the 200 and something feet below sea level, right? And all that stuff out there isn't snow, it's salt. That's crazy. Getting some pictures of.
See, I was looking at my phone, and the only phone service out here is marked as SOS.
Yikes. SOS?
That's what.
That doesn't sound good. This actually is water flowing behind me. It's bad water flowing through salt. Just incredible. And then looking out, all that salt out there, and in the mountains in the distance. Absolutely incredible. Salt as far as you can see. I know. I don't even see any end to it.
Well, you know, as we were driving along on the side, you were just seeing lots of white, which was all part of this project.
Well, I guess if I ever wondered where Zabriskie Point was and why it was famous, I'm about to find out. Just when you thought it was rustic, drive a truck up that path. Oh, does it?
Yeah, see, look. And we're here.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, it'd be a long hike.
Well, up we go. It's a little bit like going up to one of those things where they sacrifice people on. You see all those shows? So go up and see who's been captured as the enemy. Definitely worth a look. One is your still photographs. This takes in a little bit of all of the things we've seen, because you can see the salt out there. Zabriskie Point is definitely worth overlook. Really Zabriskie Point looks like. Named after the borax company executive, I guess. So does it rain in the desert? The answer to that question is yes. Does it rain in Death Valley? Again, the answer is yes. It rained here yesterday before we got here. And behind me is, you can see where the rain came through, and it carries through with it mineral deposits. It comes from up above. All the way down this way. Through that gap there, and then through more gaps in the rocks, and spreads out just below Zabriskie Point. So we got back to the hotel after a pretty busy day on Wednesday and figured, well, we'll go to the lounge and just hang out. We went to the lounge and we were immediately told that the facility was in lockdown. So we spent the next 7 hours in the room with nothing but the snack mix and a couple of beverages that we'd brought up with us from the car. We weren't allowed to leave the room, although we snuck out a couple of times just to try to look and see what was going on. Apparently there had been a threat called in, bomb threat, shooter threat. We really didn't know. But all the employees had been sent away except for a couple, and we really couldn't do anything. So eventually I ended up going to the lobby and was able to get us a couple of sandwiches, but the restaurant was closed, and that was pretty much it for the next, like I say, 7 hours. Kind of a strange situation, but all's well that ended well, and altogether a good day, but a much more sedentary afternoon and evening than we even expected. Well, here's a nice crazy feature of Death Valley Park. This is Ube Heavy Crater. It's not a crater that comes from like a meteor hitting or whatever. It is literally, it's a crater, but it's because magma rising, from the center of the earth, I guess, hit groundwater at some point, maybe 1,000 years ago, and just literally blew up. So, and it is, to say it's out in the middle of nowhere is no exaggeration. We drove an hour and there's nothing but desert out here. It's crazy. And I'm looking down there at all of the, I don't know what to call it, ash or something from when it blew up. Well, you get a tremendous view of the crater.
It's almost too big to get a picture of.
This isn't a bad spot to get a picture of the crater right here. Just the force of it when it blew must have just been incredible. And just looking around out here, the landscape is just desolate, and in the middle of it, an enormous volcanic crater. Now there's also that other trail that goes way up there, but I don't know, it looks a little daunting. I don't know what you think about it. Hike all the way around this thing. Everywhere you go, there's always a tour bus, and there's one down there, down at the parking area, just for a little bit of perspective. And I just can't even imagine the force and the noise that must have happened when this all blew up. I'm not saying this is getting any steep going up here.
You can stay. I'm gonna see about what
So another view of the crater from kind of the top in a way. Use caution near the edge, I always do. But this trail over here takes you up to what is apparently a small crater next to this one. Little
other people are coming up.
little ube or whatever. But it was enough of a hike just to come up here. Yeah, you go down to go, and then you got to go back up.